Spirits of the board, tell us who has the baddest motherfucking channel on all of YouTube.
Stay away, white magician! This is a two-part episode. I am only going to talk about my all-time favorite band, metal band, to come out of the 80s. This is Mercyful Fate! Man, I'll never forget the first time I heard Mercyful Fate. I used to go watch this band practice called Iron Cross, and the bass player came in with the vinyl, and he said, man, you gotta check out this band, they're fucking insane. And they had the way they had their studio set up, they had a turntable hooked up to the Marshall amps. It was fucking insane. So he put the vinyl on, he put it on full blast, and it fucking blew my mind. And that vinyl was this one right here, that I ended up buying the very next day or the very next week. I ran out to the import store and bought this. This is all known by the fans as the Mercyful Fate EP. Only 4 tracks and 4 excellent tracks. And actually, there's nothing this band has done in the 80s with Kim Ruz that was not excellent. They did no wrong. I love every fucking song. So I heard it and I freaked out, and I remember looking at the vinyl, and I was like, man, look at this. This is fucking creepy. Back then there was no satanic imagery as blatant as this back then, well, at least to my eyes. And then I flipped it around and saw this guy. I go, man, what the fuck? And then he put it on, and it changed my life. And this was the very first song I heard, and right from the beginning, you know this band ain't fucking around. Track 1. A Corpse Without a Soul. Listen to that intro. The band comes out like fucking insane fucking guitar playing, just all over the fucking place. I never heard anything like this. Back then, I haven't heard Venom yet. I haven't heard Slayer. This was my first taste of extreme metal. And this was like, it's now known as the first wave of black metal, even though it sounds not like black metal today. But it's just fucking wicked. For me, this is like metal on speedballs, man. It's just all over the place. And then when the singing comes in, it's like, what the fuck? I never heard anything like this. And I know King Diamond is the required taste. A lot of people I've heard say, you know, I like the band. The band's good, but God, that singing's so horrible. But just like I said in a past episode about Sean Killian, either you love it or you hate it. And I worship it. King Diamond, to me, is an amazing, amazing singer, and there's just a vibe to his voice. He's like a fucking, he's from hell. I just love, you know, and then the lyrics, you know, I mean, every other word is Satan, Satan, you know, listen, I'm a corpse without a soul. Satan has taken its toll. I mean, to a little kid, I was like, wow, man, this guy really wants to go on Hell Express. He doesn't want to wait in line and get into hell. They're going to give him a VIP treatment. This guy is the real deal. And I'm going to fast forward this song all the way to the end. I got to say, this is probably the highest note ever. I mean, listen how high he hits this note where you can hear his voice just fucking cracking. It's fucking crazy. Listen to this shit. Fucking A. Next track. Nuns Have No Fun. I said at the beginning of the show that the fans called this EP the Mercyful Fate EP. What I meant to say was what the fans call this EP is the Nuns Have No Fun EP. I love this fucking song. It's probably the most accessible song that Mercyful Fate ever did. It's kind of catchy, but then again, you know, the lyrics are pretty fucked up. You know, upon a cross a nun will be hanged. She will be raped by an evil man, iron cross through her hands. Things will come she won't understand. And you know, then he talks about like he gets it up in the dark. He makes her feel like a fucking whore. He basically rapes a nun. That's what this catchy song's about, raping a nun. And I fucking love this song. It's a fucking classic. I remember playing this for some of the people that hated King Diamond singing, and they actually kind of dug this song because of the subject matter. It's just so fucking out there. They couldn't help but say fucking, hey, that's pretty cool in a fucking twisted, fucked up way. And also, he spells out C-U-N-T in this song. Pretty much says cunt in this song. Early 80s, hearing cunt on a fucking song was unheard of. You know, it was like crazy. It was like, Jesus, and he's calling the fucking nun a cunt. Next track. Doomed by the Living Dead. Wow. Probably my favorite track off here? No, probably not. I don't know. I think it's a four-way tie. First time ever. I have to say the whole album is equally kick-ass all the way through. I gotta say, when I finally saw Mercyful Fate come down here without Kim Ruz, it wasn't the Mercyful Fate, but In the Shadows tour was fucking amazing. They opened the fucking show with this song. It was like, wow. And that show, I was all the way up against the fucking stage right in front of King Diamond. It was a total satanic religious experience. And definitely one of my top 3 shows. I'll never forget that show. Great fucking night. Great opening song. And when they played it, they had the EP on big screens on the stage. Fucking mind-blowing. It was like a dream come true to finally see King Diamond sing all these classic shit with, you know what, Timmy Hansen wasn't there either. It was Michael Denner and Hank Sherman, so it was 3 out of 5 that I saw that night. So I never got to see the original Fate. I really hope they get back together, because if they do, I don't care where the fuck they play. I'm jumping on a plane and I'm there. Against the barricades again. Next track. Devil Eyes, kind of catchy too. Man, that drumming. You see, this is why Mercyful Fate to me kind of like is so special in the 80s, because that drumming, and actually every part of this band is so special that they all 5 need to be there, or else it's losing that fucking sound. And what Kim Ruz brought to the band was like this organic drumming that was pretty sporadic, pretty all over the place, but it was so fucking real. Nothing against Snowy Shaw. I mean, Snowy Shaw was a great drummer, very fucking perfect drummer, really precise, where Kim Ruz was more organic, felt more real to me. And Devil Eyes, you know, has like this fucking groove to it. I love this song. I'll Take You to Hell, You're Under My Spell. Very cheesy and simple, but I love that shit. So that's the EP, and you know, soon after this EP came out, I saw in a Kerrang! Magazine advertisement for their first full-length album, Melissa, that I needed to own. So I ran to the import store. They didn't have it, so I begged them, please get Melissa, you know, and sure enough, the good folks at Open Book Records, may they rest in peace, they're no longer around. They ordered it for me, and a couple weeks later they gave me a call. And back then I didn't have a car. I jumped in a bus that took me 2 hours to get there and 2 hours to get back, 4 hours. So I came home with this vinyl, which I unfortunately no longer have, because through the years it just walked away, or somebody with sticky fingers stole it from me. But of course I have the CD. And I came home with this, and all I did was stare at this, and stare at the back cover, and King Diamond was fucking wicked as fuck on this. I hadn't even read all the lyrics on the way home, because I was just so fucking into the whole Satan thing, even though I wasn't satanic, and I still am not a satanic person. I'm not a religious person at all, but I just am very intrigued by the dark side of King Diamond, because this guy was just so evil. To me, he was the most evil man on earth. And I never thought in my wildest dream that Mercyful Fate or King Diamond would become as popular as they are today. I always thought they were going to be so underground because of the subject matter, how much he loved Satan, because every fucking song said Satan in it, or devil. And a little backstory on this album. When they recorded this album, they recorded it really quick. I can't remember. I think it was like maybe 5, 6, 7 days, maybe 10 days. Anyway, so when they recorded, the band went in and did their tracks and shit. And then when King Diamond went to do his vocals, he brought an altar and he had a bunch of red lights around him. That's why this video is all red. It's an homage to the King, and he did his tracks like that in the dark with red lights glowing on him. I believe it must have been a satanic altar, and he did these fucking songs. So let's get into this shit. Track 1. Evil, man, this song is like such a classic, probably their most famous song, and it's a song that King Diamond still does today. Even with his solo band, he still pulls this one out. And what can you say, man? The lyrics are fucking awesome, you know. A song that starts with, I was born on the cemetery under the sign of the moon, raised from the grave by the dead. And also a great line on this song is, I'll be the first to watch your funeral, and I'll be the last to leave. It's pretty fucked up, man. I love that shit. Evil is a fucking classic, as well as the rest of these tracks, like this one. Curse of the Pharaohs. This song goes all the way back to he used to be in a band called Brats, and it was a different song. Can't remember the name of it, but it had different lyrics, and then King turned it around and changed the lyrics for the Mercyful Fate version, and it's a great song, man. What can I say? Every song on here fucking rules. All I gotta say is that Curse of the Pharaohs, I guess maybe Egypt is a continuation of it. I'm not sure, but it's a great fucking song, Curse of the Pharaohs. Next track. Into the coven, now crush it, crush the cross. I love that line. Oh, this song, man, I love the beginning of it. It's so happy and very mellow, and then all of a sudden it just goes full-blown fucking metal, and I just love it. Again, you know, Into the Coven, and you know, wow. I'm just fucking speechless still. After decades of listening to this shit, it still leaves me fucking speechless. Everything about this fucking band, every component about this band was so fucking special, man, that after they got rid of Kim Ruz, man, or they came back without Kim Ruz, it lost this special feel that is, to me, the essential Mercyful Fate. Not to take away anything off later Mercyful Fate albums, because I do like those as well, but nowhere near as much as I love this. And this song is a perfect example of it. Next track. At the Sound of the Demon Bell. Oh man, this song has like, wow, the opening when he says on Halloween, the beginning of it, on Halloween, it's just so fucking, ooh, it sounds like a fucking, a demon, you know. I would say my least favorite, and again, a great fucking song. That shows you how great this album is, where your least favorite song is a great fucking song. Next track. Oh, this song may be the most popular song, with a chorus that says, "Oh, hail Satan! Yes, hail Satan! Now drink it, now drink, drink. Forget that whore." Yes, that's lovely, lovely lyrics. That's why I'm so shocked that King Diamond and Mercyful Fate is as popular as they are today, because back then, I never in my wildest dreams thought that they would even tour the States or even be known over here. I always thought there'd be some obscure import band I found and never see the light of day because of their subject matter was so fucking evil, and back in the early 80s, it was so taboo that, man, it's amazing that he actually was nominated for a Grammy, King Diamond. His solo shit, the last album, was nominated for a Grammy. If you would have told me back in '84 that King Diamond would have been nominated for a Grammy, I would have slapped you and thrown you in rehab. Well, I can't talk about the rest of the album. I'm running out of time. Don't have time to talk about the last two tracks, but I'll do it next week with my part 2 edition of my Mercyful Fate 1980s version with Kim Ruz. I'll attack the last 2 tracks and Don't Break the Oath, and if I have time, I'll talk about Return of the Vampire, the album that came out in the 90s that was actually demos and pre-EP stuff, you know, really early Mercyful Fate stuff. I'll try to throw in some of those tunes in there if I have the time. Thanks, YouTube. I'll see you next week with Mercyful Fate Part 2. This video was brought to you by Miami Metal Merchant. For your metal needs and competitive prices, visit MiamiMetalMerchant.com. Tell them Dr. Fuck sent you.
Hey, I'm Dr. Fuck.
And I'm the Ayatollah of Alcohola.
And we are from the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast.
If you want to check out some crazy, uncensored, unbiased, totally nuts reviews of classic hard rock and heavy metal albums, check us out. You can get us on Podbean and iTunes. New episodes every Sunday.
That's right. And we also do each other's moms.
True. Free of charge.
Well, mine charges.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, mine's free.
Hey, check out my podcast, The Viera Vault. We're on Spreaker, we're on iTunes, and we're on YouTube. Check it out and subscribe. Hey, headbangers, you want your own radio show? Well, you got it. On Thursday nights here on that metal station, join me on the Dr. Fuck Show. Go in the chat room and I will make you my co-host. That's right. Everybody that joins me in the chat room, I discuss whatever you guys want to talk about. I'll mention your name, I'll say what you say, and we're going to go back and forth. And I'll even fucking play whatever request you want. Unless it sucks. Then I ain't playing it because my show rules, and only songs that rule is allowed right here on that metal station. The Dr. Fuck Show airs live Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there. Well, no, fuck that hope. I better see you there, motherfucker.